How you doing tonight? Let's get into it. So I will be, for my paper topic, I'll be talking about drug addiction in the United States and kind of how opioids and synthetic opioids have increased the amount of drug overdoses and addiction rates throughout the country. And another topic, or the graphic novel that I'll be researching, is Green Arrow, and kind of how Roy Harper was one of the first characters in any media to be displayed as having addiction to drugs and kind of coping with that, and kind of talk about how he got clean and all that stuff, which will be good for kind of my conclusion where I want to go with my paper, kind of talking about like solutions to the problem and what we can do differently to change addiction in the country. And from the course, I mean, we really haven't talked about drug addiction and stuff, but I feel like I'll be able to rope in kind of um, how lower income communities really are affected by drug use and all that. And obviously, not just low income, but it's more common and stuff, which we talked about in class, and kind of the crime and punishment of drugs, and like how we could decriminalize drugs and drug charges to help cope with users instead of punish them for doing it, since addiction is a mental health issue and needs to be talked about as one instead of as a crime. I mean, obviously there is crime involved in drugs, but simple using and possession, I think, should be decriminalized in that sense. And um, I kind of want to talk about the history, since Roy Harper is back in the day, kind of with how he gets clean, and how what led to him kind of becoming this drug user, and why he decided to cope with drugs rather than seek help from friends, and how he kind of shut down, and how that's a common thing in America. And I also want to talk about in the 70s and stuff how there was a lot of heroin use, but this new wave of drugs, such as the synthetic opioids, sorry about that, synthetic opioids such as Oxycontin and the drugs as those are used. And I kind of rambled. I'm sorry for not being so coherent, but I think that I know where I want to go with this paper, and I know that it's going to make sense when it comes out. It's just kind of hard to talk about what I want to put into this. I'm really excited to look more into Roy Harper. I'm reading already part of the Green Arrow comics online, and I'm really excited to learn more about it.